Good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great day wherever you're at in the world. For me, right now, as I'm shooting this video, it's Monday. And, yeah, Mondays are no fun. Anyways, basically, what I'm going to be covering in this video is why I think you should choose a Porsche over a Lamborghini, or why, in general, I just think Porsche is a better brand than, or better company than Lamborghini. So kind of a different video. Over this past weekend I was shooting two videos around the Focus ST. One was an upgrade video, the other being a reactions video, and both kind of were a flop. Just the reactions, I couldn't get enough people, it was kind of bad location, so I'm working on that. And the other upgrade video you guys are going to love, so it just takes me a little bit more time. So they are coming. Sorry I didn't get much out over the weekend, but there's going to be plenty of content this week. So let's jump right into the topic, why I would choose a Porsche over a Lamborghini. The first point I want to discuss is that Porsche is just a timeless, driver-focused piece of machinery. And what I mean by that is let's take a look at the 911R, for example. The 911R came out and it was a 500 horsepower manual transmission, pure, I think it's naturally aspirated, just a pure looking car. You know, nothing over the top, nothing extravagant, but the people that appreciate sports cars and performance would just look at that in total awe. I've actually seen a picture of a 911R, or not a picture, I've seen a 911R in person, and it's just a beautiful car, and it's the same simple Porsche design. It's amazing that they can have this same design year over year and create cars that are still attractive. So, so that was the main thing. Now, then you look at Lamborghini's flagship car, which right now I would consider the Centenario. I don't, you know, obviously there is the Performante, which is absolutely beautiful. It has a Nurburgring record, which I think beats the 911 GT2, if I'm correct. Unless the GT2 beat that, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at it. But you look at the Centenario and look at these pictures here. I mean, the rear of the car, it has these canards that are or actually it's a diffuser. These diffusers in the back that absolutely look insane. The sound is amazing. I'm sure it's a blast to drive, but it's so much. There's so much going on. Like, how comfortable would you be on a daily basis driving that? Now, no one's going to be driving a 911R on a daily basis, and no one's going to be driving a Centenario on a daily basis. But if you had to, you look at the 911R, and that's what I would be driving. I'm sure that's what most people would want to be driving, because you're not pulling a crowd of people all the time. It's just, I feel like it would get tiring, and over time, I think you'd kind of get sick of looking at it, where the simplicity of a Porsche would be very attractive to a lot of people, or to more people over time. And now there are cars like the Lamborghini Gallardo, which I have driven in the past. It's an amazing car, but still, it's a fun car in a straight line. It's not, you can't take that on turns aggressively or confidently. It's just not built for that. It's more of straight line speed, where now Lamborghini has moved into, okay, let's see what we can do around turns, and they set an incredible time at the Nurburgring. I think it was a 6:47 is what they laid down, which is nuts. But because, I mean, it's crazy, because you think like the 918, I think, did a 6:57 just braking, or maybe it was the McLaren, I'm not totally sure. But, you know, we were just getting to the point where it was breaking the 7-minute barrier. Now we're smashing the 7-minute barrier with, you know, a upgraded Huracan. So it's really impressive. But at the same time, I just think offering a manual transmission like Porsche does, and it's not, and we all know that the PDK transmission is the best one out there. There's not many people that will argue that. But it's the fact that they think about the driver more than Lamborghini does. Now, Lamborghini is not as big as a company. They just came out with their first SUV. It's more of a niche product. They're not building nearly as many cars as Porsche is, where Porsche has severely expanded over the years. But again, that's my point. I mean, you can get into a Porsche, I think, in the mid $60,000 with the 718 Boxster, which is an absolutely beautiful car. You know, you put a couple options on it, and that's up into 80, 90. You can get it over $100,000, which is insane for a Boxster. But just the options that you have with Porsche, the fact that they offer manual transmissions on most of their models is really nice. They have the hybrid, the Panamera, they have the SUV, the Cayenne, and the Macan. They just have such a wide range of cars, and that's why I choose Porsche, or would choose Porsche over Lamborghini. Now let's say, okay, Ben, yeah, but Porsche has so many more cars to offer. Yes, that's fair. But let's look at their flagship cars. You have the Huracan and you have the Aventador, and then you have specialty cars. So with Porsche, let's say you have the 911 GTS as comparable to the Huracan, and then you have the GT3 RS as something that's like an Aventador, and really it's like the 911 GT RS. That is more. Sorry, the guy was coming over at me. So you line up their specialty cars, and maybe some people you see Parker on vehicle versions driving his Huracan on a daily basis with the I think it's VF Engineering supercharger. So it's definitely a personal opinion of mine that I would choose a Porsche over a Lamborghini. A lot of that has to do with them offering the manual transmission. I have driven the 911 C4S with a PDK. It's an incredible car, but it's comfortable when you need it to be, and it's extremely exhilarating when you need it to be, and confidence inspiring on the road. It's also, they sound amazing. I mean, the one I drove had the sport exhaust, just incredible. The Lamborghini is a more epic driving experience. Everyone's turning their heads, everyone's looking at you. It's great. So that can be exciting if that's what you're into, but I'm sure it gets tiring over times. This past weekend I released the video on the NSX. If you haven't seen that, it's in the description below. I linked it there. And that car was great, but it's funny how many heads you turn. I mean, we went to Wendy's after we shot the video, and this guy literally stopped his Jeep at the stop sign, which is good, and reversed and drove into the area where we were parked at just to take a look at it and ask us about it. And it was people all the time looking at it constantly. And that's fun. Like, I've never had a car that pulls attention like that, so I really think I would enjoy that. But at the same time, the next level of attention that a Lamborghini would get. Think every stoplight you go to and there's a crowd of people, they're yelling you to rev it, do this, do that. Everyone's always looking. So I could see that getting tiring over time, whereas in a Porsche, the people who you want to appreciate it, the enthusiasts will appreciate it. And really, I mean, anyone appreciates and respects a Porsche on the road, but you're not going to snap necks constantly with people like as you would with a Huracan or an Aventador or a Centenario or anything like that. So that's my argument. I'm interested to see what you guys would choose in the comments below. And again, I'm not saying like Lamborghinis suck. They're awesome cars. Just an opinion that I had thought about, and I'm interested to hear your feedback. So that's it. Gonna have plenty more videos this week. If you're still with me in the video, go ahead and like, subscribe. I think we're making a movement to get to 10,000 subscribers before hopefully June, if I keep posting videos and continue to be active and produce good videos. But if there's anything you want to see on my Focus ST that you haven't seen yet, please let me know. And if there's any videos in general that you want me to post about or topics you talk about, I'm open to it. So thank you all for tuning in today. Really appreciate your support. Tune in later this week for several other videos that I will be posting, and I'll see you soon.